Snapmaw, Shellwalker, Watcher, Lancehorn, and Charger. I need to find me a merchant. And there's one right down there. Ah, stupid freaking buttons. That's what I wanted to hit. Hello, hello, hello.
Curiosities for dreamers.
Nice. We actually had a decent amount of orders today and tomorrow. This is
See
nice.
anything you like? Sure you do.
Adept Sling, which I already own. Don't really see anything that I like, buddy. Adept, 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 adept. Those outfits are great, and I really do like those, because I got them in the first game. But nothing beats my force field armor, so. Alright. I need to sell some crap. Sell that. Thunderjaw art. Stormbird heart. Ancient sculpture. Sell that one. Some shards. Rockbreaker heart. Ravager heart. Stalker heart. Sawtooth heart. Dang, I got 4 of those. Raccoon skin. Turkey skin. Scrapper heart. Strider heart. Grazer heart. Slagshot glass. Oh my goodness. Watcher lenses. Watcher lenses like crazy. Let's sell a bunch of those. We'll sell that. We'll sell that one. Alrighty. I really wish I could just offload some of this stuff. Just store it somewhere temporarily. And then sell it. Because I'm a hoarder. I do that in Skyrim too. Save like freaking everything. Do. Sell off these mods because pretty much the purple ones are the best ones. Blue is second best, and then green is, you know, just run-of-the-mill basic. So I got so many mods here that unless it's purple, I'm not keeping them anymore. Alright, let's back up over 35,000 on my shards.
It's now, but I'm all the wiser for it.
Oh yeah. Especially in Destiny, because it's like, you know, even though I've never used that particular type of gun before, you never know. I might actually use it one day.
Some things.
Oops, wrong button. Alright, so that helped. Alright. Let's see. 'Cause last night we did... Last night we did a story-related thing, I think. Oh. Well, yeah, that too. Actually, like, yellow in Destiny is exotic, and those are like cream of the crop. Then after that, it's purple, The only problem with exotics is that you can only have one equipped at a time, one exotic piece of armor and one exotic weapon. So then after that, yeah, you want purples, and then blue is kind of just meh, and then green is, you know, pretty much trash. Which I actually think that it won't let you do in Destiny 2. I don't think it'll... Well, actually, is it? Yeah, there is some stuff, but it's like usually only if you're a lower level does it even register green drops. You know what? We could do another cauldron. And unlock some override abilities, which would be kind of nice. Or could go all the way up here and figure out some of the main story mission stuff, like the really, really important stuff. Could also go and try to get stuff, or I mean, there's a ridiculous amount of stuff to do. Watcher heart. I thought I already had a Watcher heart. Yeah, I know, I'm just thinking out loud. There's some Watchers right over there. I may have, and in fact...
I'll know better next time.
Our mother has forsaken us. We cannot hope to be saved.
Where did that guy just go? No, he's right there. He blends
See
in with the
anything you like?
background. This is a nice little feature that they have. Aww. That's it. That's all it's going to let me buy back. It's just the mods that I sold. Crap. God,
See anything you...
resources. He's probably... Yeah, that's all he's got. Crap. So I guess I'll just have to get him the old-fashioned way. Let me see if I can at least find a Watcher heart up here. Ooh, large deposit alert. I think it might be my paycheck. Nope, that was the check that my mom gave me. It's pretty cool. My mobile banking app will notify. You can set it up to notify you of anything being withdrawn or deposited over a certain amount. I set mine up anything over $100, and it automatically notifies me. What the crap? Hey, I was talking to you, dingus. Fine. You. What? I just put 2 arrows in your eyeball, and it didn't kill you. There you go. Now, for me, it's an extra little line of defense against, when anything comes out that's, over that $100 mark. And it's like, oh, okay. And then, because sometimes I'm not always just checking it like every single day kind of thing. And it's just another line of defense in case somebody were to try and get a hold of my card or account information. Well, not having. Well, yeah, deposits too, but no, with deposits and withdrawals. But man, I can't hardly see with this rain. Gonna need some place to hide in. Not seeing anything. There's a river. There we go. You're dead. Yep, he's just sitting on his buddy. Alright. Who's the first one to go down? You? Yep, you. Well, I got blue on one of them. That's a good sign. Please be a heart. Please be a heart. Boom! Got it. Alrighty then. So now I can return to a merchant. Oh, it's telling me to go all the dang way to Meridian, even though there's a merchant like right there. Return to merchant. Well, that's not Meridian. Well, we'll travel there anywho. Now for the deposits, it's also nice to just know when that kind of stuff comes in, because ours is like every 2 weeks. And yeah, it's pretty much like clockwork, but it's just nice to, because sometimes I'll get off on my weeks and I'll forget, and it's like, oh, yay, surprise, money. But also, if it doesn't go in, then I know there's something up. Fortunately, that's never happened. Worked for a guy for 1 month who couldn't get me paid right. First paycheck that I got from him. Let's see, hang on. I gotta read. Okay. Yeah, ours is direct deposit, which is nice. And then any other checks that I get, which are usually from my mom to just kind of help out. That is. I do mobile deposit on those, so I don't even have to go to a bank anymore, which is nice, because my bank decided they were going to change all of their local branch hours, and they no longer offer Saturday hours. And they open far later than they used to. The drive-thru used to open at like 7 or 7:30 or something, and then they changed that to like I think 8:30 or something. Something that pretty much keeps me from getting to work on time. Fast sling. War bow, don't need that one. Sharp shot bow, already got. Tripcaster. I could get my tripcaster too. I got a scrapper heart and a grazer heart. So we'll get the hunter bow. And we'll get the tripcaster. Oh, that's nice. But yeah, I once worked for a guy who was absolutely terrible with keeping folks paid. And it was just, I mean, just really bad. The first check that I ever got from the guy actually bounced. And then after that, the next time he tried to pay me, he was like, "Oh, I don't quite have the money yet." I was like, "You're gonna have to wait until I can get it." And I was like, "Look, you don't understand. I'm going out of town on vacation, and I have to have this money, and we're leaving today." And it was, or at least we were leaving like, you know, the next day or something like that. And my mom, because I just mentioned it to her and everything. Well, I didn't ask her to do this. She went full mama bear, and this was 2010, so this was only 9 years ago, and she like chewed the guy out. She went up to the place where we were working and chewed him out. And this was after he had essentially, it was just a complete total mess. He brought me on to, he said he was going to have a designer position open up, and it was supposed to be like a t-shirt shop. And I thought it would be kind of cool to work in a t-shirt shop doing designs and stuff like that. And then he basically had me trying to balance his books with software that I didn't even know. And then tried to get me to clean and organize like this new space that he had purchased. And then basically essentially put me on freelance, which was like, you know, I'm only going to pay you when, you know, we get some kind of a job kind of a thing. And so I was like, oh, so essentially I'm like, I'm going to have to find another job or something like that. And I mean, it was just horrendous. So my mom chewed him the crap out, and he ended up coming to our house, to the front door, with cash in hand, and gave me everything that he owed me. And I was like, all right, thanks. And then I just closed the door, and we left on vacation, and I never saw the man again. And I was like, there was no way I was going to try working for someone like that. I mean, just unbelievable. Oh, that one's already got a handling of an 80. We got a tear, a fire, and a damage. That one. 39, 36. Whoa! Wait a minute. Okay, so that's 44% damage. 45% tear with 12% damage. 48% fire with 24% damage and 17% freeze, which doesn't really do anything. Let's see if I've got another fire quote. 45 and 12, 38 and 13. We'll do that one. And just 39 and 36 damage. 44% damage, so we'll take that one out and put that one in. Fire 42, 37, 7. Fire is 48. Oh my gosh, yes, we're totally taking this. I love cannibalizing some of these. Some of these mods are just like crazy good. Never want to get rid of them. So it's got extra fire damage, extra damage. That one's extra damage. Extra tear damage and extra damage. Alright, so 12% plus 44% plus another 24%. This thing is... The damage on this bow is increased at just a crazy amount. Let's see, can I get... Ooh, 55% better handling. 49, and then extra tear damage. Let's do that. I love having all these extra mod slots. So, wow, this bow is going to be freaking so much better than the old one. And let's see, Tripcaster. 42% fire, 41% damage, and 45% shock. 45, 41, and 42. Do handling. 45. Extra tear damage. 5 extra tear. 42. Well, that's better than what that's got. So then we will do... Oh, that's shock. Hang on. Shock. I got 45 shock on the old one. I can do 45 shock with extra tear on that one. So I'll do that. So the fire here is 42. What can I get fire-wise here? 42. Same exact thing. Ouch. Which is why I don't put metal things in my ear. Let's do damage one. Alright, let's see. What is this one? Electric, let's see, shock is 232 there, 232 on that one. Damage is 371, damage is 354. Fire is 219, fire is 227. 46 on the handling, 30 on the handling, so that was, alright, that's better. Alright, so we are going to use the new ones. Yeah, alright, so I got 2 new weapons. That's cool. Well, yeah, that too. And one thing you will never ever find me doing is gauges. Oh. It's just so gross. But yeah. So now we got stronger weapons. This should make things more interesting. And I've decided we've gotten a little off of the main story. We went and found Olin and figured out that his wife and son were kidnapped. And that's why he identified, or that's why, you know, he allowed these guys to come and find me and do all of that kind of stuff. But now we got to go and figure out what my connection is to that woman that we saw in the hologram right after the proving, when we went inside the mountain and that thing scanned Aloy. And she saw the hologram of the woman that looked like her, but she was older, so we can go find out a little bit about her today. But yeah, gauges are just, ugh, they're disgusting. Especially when you see the people who have taken them out and they just look like these weird noodles dangling from their ear. Just, ugh, so gross. Alright, now is this the main? Yes, it is. 1,166 steps away, roughly. this is gonna be kind of out there. Yeah, okay, so we have already visited, or at least revealed this spot. Come on, buddy. Ooh, there's a goose. Run it over, run it over, run it over. Oh, I missed. Alright, we are going to go up into here. Just a tad. I don't think he's going to fit up these steps. Unflinching watch. A little bit of a watchtower, I guess. Some kind of outpost. Oh, are these shadow Karja? They kind of look like they might be. Just a campfire.
If you cause trouble, you'll find yourself in the Sun Ring, Outlander.
Yep, these are shadow Karja. He just threatened me with being put in the Sun Ring. Which is basically like a Coliseum of Death. Notice this, though, on this guy. Let's see. I'm going to do this because it'll be a little bit easier. Alright. Decked out with the armor. He's got the metal plates on and everything, and they're dark and shiny. He's got all kinds of armor on his front and his arms. Nothing on the back. Wide open on the back. And that tells you one thing about their military culture. Perhaps. Basically, armor that's designed like that is essentially used by any kind of a military force that does not believe in retreat or surrender. No, no, you're good. I was just getting to it. I remember them talking about that in the bonus features for Lord of the Rings. When they were talking about the design of the armor of the Uruk-hai. And they said that their armor was all basically front-facing. And the reason that they did all of that was because...
Anchor's End. Not much farther now. Owen said he found an image of a woman resembling an ancient device. She's my mother. Why would there be traces of her all the way out here? So far from Norland. I don't get it. Who is she?
Her name is Elizabeth Sobek.
You. Spying through my focus again? Well, go on. What do you know about her?
Stay on your present course, and before long, you'll know her as well as I do. Maybe better, but be wary. Maker's End is crawling with Eclipse troops. To help you deal with them, I've left some useful equipment just outside the ruins. Your focus will show the location.
So
Who is
yeah.
he and how does he know these things? They say Elizabeth Sobek. What kind of name is that?
See you, buddy. Yeah, that's right. Mind your business. So yeah, this is definitely where things start getting rather interesting. But yeah, before he interrupted, I was basically saying that with the design of the Uruk-hai armor in Lord of the Rings, they said that when Weta Workshop was... Ah, crap.
Think I'm about to have some fun.
It's not going to be very fun for you.
Must have been the wind.
Don't you even think about attacking my mechanical bull. Oh, he just thrashed that one. And there goes your body floating down the river. See, you just don't pick a fight with a giant mechanical bull that's on my side, Bubba. And he took out the other one over there. I mean, seriously. It's like, I stabbed one of you through the chest without you all even noticing. And then old Tex over there just like completely smashed you. Bad idea. Oh. But yes, again, they were talking about designing the armor with all of the armor on the front and almost like nothing on the back, because they would never retreat from battle. They were always charging ahead into battle. So, bandit camp. New quest. Okay, so there's that, and then there's that. So we can loot the stash and then go to the ruins. You know what? I bet that's nil up there, isn't it? Yep, that's nil. Can I go around these ruins? This bandit camp. Ah, good old band camp. We always had ours, like, in frickin' August. And it was, like, you know, incredibly hot outside. And we couldn't practice on the field because the football coaches were twitchy about their grass. So we had to practice on pavement, which was fun. In August in Mississippi. Oh, I loved it. So I just, despite all of that, you know,
Can't be too prepared.
it was still some of the best times I ever had.
I need to keep my kit dry.
I love how every time you come to a bandit camp, it's almost always raining. I think it's a locational trigger kind of deal. Bandits, 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 bandits. You guys suck. I'm not here for y'all right now, so weird going around. Okay, so you're up there. Oh, well, actually, let's see. I need to go this direction. Campfire discovered. Yeah.
Might need that.
Oh, I didn't want that.
Machines.
Gravy. Run, girl, run.
They're scanning.
You want to go? We'll go. I'll take all of you out. No fooling. I'll do it. I think you did. Oops, crap. Oh, all right. You want to? Let's go. Oh. Fine. Do this the old-fashioned way. I will smack you and stab you in your mechanical butt. Hey, let's see how well you can keep your cool being kicked in the chest by this giant freaking thing. And Tex over here ain't even helping this time around. He's sitting there like a bump on a log. Wish you could wait in this game like you can wait in Skyrim and advance the time a little bit. Yeah, it's like, ooh, it's really cool. You can see the beam of light coming out of the sky in the middle of the night. No, he just sat there like an idiot. But yeah, so we're all the way up here, way up. I mean, this is about as far away from Nora territory as you can get. This little spot up here, this is where you grow up. This is where Aloy lived. It's right there. And we're all the freaking way up here. One of the reasons why I want this to kind of move along, though, is because it just, you can make out more of it during the daytime than you can in the nighttime. There we go.
Right where he said it would be.
I've already got a rope caster. Suppose I can
Not a
sell
bad
it
selection. I'll put those to use. Why are you doing this?
Because I want you to succeed. Good hunting. We'll talk later.
Wait!
kind of spooky up here, though, with the way the lighting is coming through the clouds. You can't really see much. Oh, and then of course the frozen war tanks over here. Got freaking icicles hanging off of them. You're not far off, actually. Yeah, there's a nice little building there. Actually see some of it. Plants growing all over it. Ancient debris, there's a mug. I love this. Alright, now I don't know if you can make out the icon on this little thing here. It says ancient chimes. Well, the icon to the left is actually a set of keys. Yeah. They just call them chimes because they have no frame of reference for what they are. And to me, it's just kind of funny. Seeing, because that would happen, you know, with all that, you know, time and information lost. You know, there's bound to be, you know, a level of misinterpretation when it comes to that kind of thing.
Corrupted watchers, acting as guards. The Eclipse and corrupted machines, cooperating. One happy family.
This may also be... I think sometimes in the game when you're doing certain missions, it actually will limit or restrict the passage of time, so to speak. Like this one, when you get here, I think is probably you arrive at night, regardless of when you actually get here. It's going to be night, and then it stays that way.
Eclipse, just like he said.
Yeah, there's another building over there. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a watcher, so it's not that bad. Yeah, there's another watcher.
Company!
Yeah, huh?
Forged Earth Delvers made off with any riches long ago, but not the ancients buried in the ground.
I love her acrobatics during those stealth kills. It's just awesome.
Snow haze, white as bone. That thought got dark.
Okay, so we got that guy there. Those two are further off. That one's walking around, and then we got those two. Yeah, hopefully without the killing people. Unless, of course, it were to come to this kind of a situation. That would probably be the only real acceptable reason. Oh, wait a minute. Is the sun coming up? The sun's slightly coming up. Just a tad. Alright, big fella. Boom, gotcha. And nobody noticed. I like it. Not too many other places to hide. Ooh, there's a... he just... I hate when they hesitate. They do like this real quick turnaround. And it just makes it a lot more difficult to pop them. Boom! Got you. So far, so good on this bow. Ooh, I saw them. Nope, that's a rat. Okay. Crap. Kind of see me a little bit.
They're still looking.
Who went down?
Dude, just sit still for a minute. It's like a fly. Would you just land already? Bye-bye. I don't know what, like, these two guys over here and these two guys over here are so engrossed in, but, I mean, it's like, it must be really interesting. Righty and... Oh, crap. Ooh, boy. That almost got hairy. Just a hair off. That's what one of the things that I like about this game is you do actually have to be good with the bow.
I've got to get the demons raised before the ground freezes again.
It's again, not a gain. A gain is two different words. Alright, so we got that one and that one, and then we got these two fellas over here. And the tricky part is like getting them, you know, from this angle. It's really hard to get, you know, a headshot. Again, there we go.
Intruder!
Ah, crap. Seriously? Alright. Man, I hate when I do that. It's just like... There we go. Howdy doody. Just plug him full of arrows.
These
But I mean,
distance, they're massive.
yes, they are. There you go. You can see the building a little better over there. Fairly modern construction and architecture by our standards. But yeah, I was really hoping I was going to catch the one guy, because as soon as you hit the one guy, it alerts the one next to him, and then I was just going to slow-mo it and pop him in the head. Yeah, it definitely has that corporate look. Alright, now, is that everybody? Good to go. At least in this section. It's so weird, like in the day, this stuff goes like dang near invisible. At night, it will light up like a Christmas tree. Yeah, I can hear it, but where is it?
All these ruins. What did the old ones do here?
Sounds like it's right on top of me, but I can't see anything. Here we go. Ah, finally bagged him. Crapaloola. Oh, speaking of crap, I recognize that silhouette over there. Fabulous. That's what you get for snooping. There's one there. Watcher. The corruptor off in the distance. There's another watcher. There's two guys down there. There it is. Hey, buddy. Why don't you come on over
take
here?
a look at this corpse?
Yeah, great.
Dead, but not long. Watch out.
I can't really attack this guy because then it'll alert these other guys. Screw it. No, maybe it wouldn't. Maybe I'm okay. Oh, right to the side of the head. Okay then. There too. Man. Freaking watchers. I'll take your stuff. And your stuff.
Snow. It's not getting any warmer out here.
No, Sometimes... Aloy is probably one of my favorite video game characters. Sometimes she has a really good knack for stating the incredibly obvious.
That's not going to come free of its grave without a struggle.
Oh, there's a guy up there. There. Oh, dang. He turned. You didn't. Well, didn't. Screw that up, didn't I? Didn't screw it up too bad. Boom! Down he goes. Boom! There we go. So I think I'm pretty much free and clear of those guys. One over there. Oh, and there's a guy over there. Yeah, would you sit still for a minute? Oh, yes! What a shot! Ah, that was fun.
To start.
Yay, I knocked off this thingamajig.
Interrupter. That might prove a challenge.
You wanna go, Bubba? Come here. I ain't done with you yet. What you jumping over there for? Work. What? Thought for sure I killed you. There we go. Now I killed you. Ooh, a corruptor lens. Very cool. But yeah, I mean, you notice how different these are compared to the regular machines. And they're all dark. No white on them. Very angular, much more aggressive.
What have they been uncovering here?
Yep. There's another building there. Side. You can hear the racket they're making off the distance. I'm sure that's a good thing.
An explosion.
plants growing up through it, rubble, twisted metal beams. All of it.
Another explosion.
Weapons operational. Time to get it moving, and be quick about it. No daydreaming.
Soon this will be everybody. Another definitely their temperature on the
Has to be one of the Deathbringers Owen talked about. Fitting name. I'll never get into that tower. Unless I destroy that thing first.
Speaking of meaner looking, they dug this thing up and activated it. Trying to take out as much of this as I can first. They call this one, yeah. It's mean, but it, no, it feels mean. But they call it a Deathbringer for obvious reasons. You thought the Corruptor was bad. This thing is a beast.
Wait, who went down?
Nobody went down, you dingus. Dude, sit freaking still.
Focus. It stopped working.
I've disabled his focus.
Let it end like this.
Steam's blasting out. I wonder if those are weak points.
Well, so much for stealthy. Basically, I was going to try to take care of that mess. I could avoid doing it this way. Specifically because it just gets crazy. Somebody up there. Now these little thingamajigs that are sticking out are basically some type of a heat sink. So when this thing uses its weapons, has a tendency
Hitting that thing really hurt it.
There we go. Now that wasn't nearly as bad as the first time. And of course this one's a little bit weakened. Nice. Deathbringer lens. Dang, I want to keep that. Mod shards. Alright, I gotta find some way to keep this freaking lens, just because that's awesome. Corruptor lens. See, what can I ditch? These. There we go.
They're giving up.
Yeah, sure they are. No, not that one. This guy. Yeah.
Did it. Those things pack a punch. All right. That Eclipse officer had a focus. Let's see what's on it.
But yeah, you can see there's a bit more to these fellas. Wider. Get this. I actually really like the design of them. This is what they walk on. These little like piston legs kind of things. This one was not in that great a condition.
Snow chill itches.
But they still, I mean, they have these huge guns and the rocket launchers. I mean, these things are decked out.
Let's see what you have to say. What is this?
The entity lives. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
What the hell was that? Hades? Hey! Mysterious stranger, did you see that? No answer, huh? Figures. Things just keep getting stranger. I need to find a way inside the tower. It's tight, but it's easily.
Okay. Look familiar?
Hold for identiscan.
One of these again.
Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Sobek. Please step inside.
That still gives me chills.
Dr. Sobek, you are 355,510 days of the day for your meeting with Mr. Farrell. Please proceed to the 35th floor.
Wait. 350,000. That's hundreds of years ago. What's going on?
So yeah, speaking of getting chills, and that's pretty insane.
protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, quantum encryption, black quartz stuff, way beyond military grade. That's what you demanded. So that's what we delivered.
You don't code something you can't crack. All we need is a backdoor. Upload the latest service pack update and the problem goes away.
You specifically forbade us from leaving anything resembling a backdoor in code. Every protocol to Black Quartz standard. Your words. Look, if you need me to fudge some projections, it's nothing we haven't done before.
I don't need fudged projections. I need a way to reassert control over the Heart's Timor swarm.
I don't know what to tell you, Ted. You're asking the impossible.
So, codes. They needed codes of some kind to control the machines. But they got out of control. Sounds bad.
You have no idea yet.
Got too much already.
I love all of the old tech that's still kind of projecting stuff. I mean, the fact that it even has power is phenomenal. But I love how it's kind of holographic and whatnot. Yeah, it's one of the things about using the focus on a regular basis is finding all these little tidbits and stuff that kind of help fill in the backstory. I mean, just look at that over there. And like the lines there, like that doesn't look right. All this stuff like smashed and banged up. Me too. So we want to go that way eventually, but there's an open door over here, so we're going in.
I can't spare the weight.
Sometimes, I mean, this stuff's just like nothing here, but you never know. Because this thing is usually pretty good about picking up
A
these things.
Deathbringer. Or a statue of one, anyway. A machine built to kill. And they honored it?
Welcome to Faro Automated Solutions, where all the problems of tomorrow are being solved today. With over 25,000 human employees based in nations and corporate holdings across the globe, Faro leads the world in every sector of self-sustaining, fully automated technology. From revolutionary consumer products close to home, like the Faro Focus, to the dynamic chariot line of peacekeeping robots halting bloodshed in conflict zones across the globe, Faro remains committed to making the future smarter, brighter, safer, and always surprising. Faro Automated Solutions. For every problem of life, a smart solution.
So they made the Focus. 25,000 people? That's bigger than a tribe. So they made machines and devices. I guess those things were common in their world.
Welcome to Faro Automated Solutions, where all the problems of tomorrow are being solved today. With over 25,000 human employees based in nations and...
Blah, blah, blah. But yeah, little statue there of the Deathbringer overgrown with ice. There's something, there is something over here. Reception log. Okay, so the date on this reads reception log July 7th, 2064, 9:54 a.m. Field Commandant Daing, that's D-A-I-N-G, of the Indo-Malay Agriculture Combine arrived with his delegation. Refreshments to be served before their 10:15 a.m. sales presentation on the Chariot line. Per instructions, food will be vegetarian only. 10:07 a.m. Sander Agnew, Vice President of Territorial Integrity from Fresh Grounds Coffee Global, arrived with his entourage. Refreshments to be served before their 10:30 a.m. sales presentation on the Chariot line. Per instructions, will use Fresh Grounds Tacoma blend, no artificial creamers. 10:12 a.m. So that happened. Called security and janitorial to clean up the coffee that was spilled. Actually, more like thrown. I wasn't aware that the Indo-Malay Combine grows coffee beans and that Fresh Grounds acquisition team has tried to take their fields by force repeatedly. I think Commandant Daing had Agnew by the hair for a second there. Who schedules these things? I'm going to drop a line to sales. This can't happen again. So apparently the heads of these two corporations bumped into each other during separate meetings, coming in to talk about the Chariot line of Pharaoh robots, and nearly had it out because they were quite literally almost going to war over coffee. Alright, let's see, I came in over there, so there's that. Is this climbable? No, not yet. I have to go over here and then go up. I did get off the thing.
What was this place? What were they doing here?
It was a
bio. Alright, so normally I don't spend a lot of time reading these things while I'm streaming just because of the sheer volume of them. Oh, nice. It's 11 o'clock. Fabulous. Stupid thing. But given that this one's kind of important, go ahead and read that. Agreed. Alright, so Elizabeth, not Elizabeth, but Elizabeth Sobek. She was born March 11th, 2020. Is an American scientist, roboticist, and engineer widely regarded as one of the greatest minds of the 21st century. Born and raised outside Carson City, Nevada, she enrolled at Stanford University at age 13. Earning a BS in experimental physics and computer science at age 16, she completed her PhD in robotics and artificial intelligence design at Carnegie Mellon University in 2040 and joined Pharaoh Automated Solutions as a junior scientist the same year, rising quickly to chief scientist at the age of 22. Over the next 8 years, her green robot designs played a vital role in realizing the environmental cleanup and detoxification efforts of the clawback decade, propelling FAS to the forefront of its field. In 2048, she suddenly resigned from FAS, protesting the company's pivot to automated military technologies. In 2049, she founded Miriam Technologies, a firm devoted to life-positive robotics and other technologies. Miriam has since become one of the world's largest suppliers of green robots, winning numerous awards and accolades, including the 2053 Nobel Prize for Physics and the 2056 Rachel Carson Award for Environmental Progress. So, and it is referenced more than once in the game. The clawback decade was apparently a decade where they were actually, like, almost literally clawing their way back from like really bad environmental disasters and things like that, to like just saying that they basically just went too far with the way they were handling the environment and stuff like that, to the point where stuff was really becoming endangered and extinct and everything. And so they started realizing that they had to make a change, legitimate change, not like, all these whiny little hippies these days, like, oh, a plastic straw is going to kill somebody and destroy the world. But and then they were actually starting to make a comeback with a lot of stuff. So that was that. Oof. Goodness, Ted Farrow and stuff like that.
Corporation. A group of people not unlike a tribe. And they made machines.
Yeah, go on.
I've uploaded some data files to your focus. They'll help you understand.
Alright, so this guy uploaded some information to my focus and gave me all of that background. We'll read some more on that probably tomorrow. Okay, well, I did not know that was even a real person. And that just shows you the level of detail they put into this game. Referencing real people. Alright, anything in here, anything at all, anything in here, anything, doesn't look like it. Moving on.
I'd have to ditch something. The air. There's no smell to it. Not even old death. Nothing natural. Another cave-in. But I could get through.
Complaint. Let's see. From J. Friedkin to reception. Subject replying to the complaint. Hey, reception, if that is your real name, want to know who scheduled Indo-Malay right next to Fresh Grounds? That would be me, Senior VP of Sales. Want to know why? After that little hair-pulling incident, both sides increased their bids by 40%. I'll explain, because your receptionist-level brain probably requires it. Those two sides are fighting, and what do we sell? That's right, combat machines. We want them to hate each other, so they will try to fight each other with what? That's right, again, combat machines, which they will pay us a lot of money for. So I suggest you go back to serving coffee with a blank smile and let me do my much more complicated job. Thanks a bunch, Mr. Friedkin to you. So that guy was a dick. And basically he orchestrated their meeting in order to basically get them so pissed that they would spend a buttload on machines to kill each other with. Yeah. Yeah, it's borderline being a war criminal. Oh, jeez, that didn't freak me out at all. That's not happening there.
like I can climb here.
Ah, wait, right there. There we go.
Full already.
There somehow. No, up. Oh, that's where you go. There we go.
Made it. Looks like the way up. What's left of it. Forget about traveling light.
Here's something. Campus log. Ugh, another reading one. Okay, FAS campus security log. High priority alert. Automated log note. All non-essential systems have entered hibernation. High priority alert. Automated log note. Full lockdown has been initiated. Another high priority alert. Due to the increasing frequency of violent protests targeting the campus, the security of FAS employees can no longer be guaranteed. Therefore, we have taken the difficult decision to shutter this facility indefinitely. Staff will be briefed on a block-by-block basis regarding proper procedure for archiving and/or disposal of project-related data and materials. HiSec and a crisis team will then conduct exit review before all areas are locked down. Priority messaging to all staff in E and F blocks. Treat the current lockdown situation as an exercise, but do not attempt to release the hatches or otherwise exit the buildings. A reminder that while HiSec personnel remain committed to employee safety during the current unfortunate events, personnel firearms must be relinquished when presenting for identiscan. Additional public access roads en route to the campus have now been closed to relieve waiting time at the outer security cordons. HiSec reminds all staff that the campus remains off limits to the public. Following recent campus security issues, all staff are reminded that presenting for identiscan and displaying your security badge prominently at all times for image analytics are both mandatory. In light of recent acts of terrorism directed at the rapid transit system, HiSec now offers a Big Brother initiative to accompany staff traveling from off-site. Sign-up is required and strongly encouraged. 48 more entries in high priority. Additional entries corrupted. So yeah, basically things were...
So people were angry at Faro, at the corporation. They blamed this place for something. Something bad.
Yeah. Please be audio. Ah, crap. Reading. Okay, so from Ted Faro, this is the guy who was over, company, founder and all that. He's writing this to Paula. Recent events have sharpened my perspective, and I think that I, and FAS in general, have been neglecting the spiritual side of things. Not under any specific religious framework, of course, but in a more general sense. As in not giving enough thought to our shared values, hopes, and aspirations for the afterlife. I'd like you to reach out to religious leaders of every stripe with the intention of scheduling a conference soon. Very soon. I'll have more thoughts about the agenda later, but for now, let's put out some feelers and see if we can lock something in. Make it a big tent. No kooks, but anyone with a credible audience. Let's go deluxe. Make it clear we'll spare no expense. Thanks, Ted. Yep, pretty weird. This should be fun, I think.
The ACA-3 Scarab combines conventional and information warfare capabilities in one package. Designed for high-speed, all-terrain reconnaissance, it boasts the world's highest survivability rating of any Scout-class autonomous agent. Maybe it's the Scarab's emergency biomass conversion systems that ensure it always makes it back to base, even if fuel supply lines have been interdicted. Or maybe it's the Scarab's ability to slave enemy robots to its own network. Now that's force multiplication. Add a prehensile manipulator arm that can handle a host of functions, from 360-degree less lethal riot management to surgical repairs of Allied chariot line models. And you've got the workhorse of any cutting-edge peacekeeping fleet.
The Corruptor. Slave enemy robots to its own network. It sounds like it's talking about how it corrupts machines.
So yeah, they called it the Scarab. And it also mentioned an emergency biomass converter for fuel. So if fuel supply lines were to be interrupted, it could convert biological material into fuel. And that way it could continue operating in the field. It could make repairs on the fly to other robots, different things like that.
The FSP-5 Kopesh provides a one-size-fits-all solution to main battle force capability. Metamaterial construction delivers unmatched recoil dampening, allowing you to field any weapon package that conforms to your budget needs and conflict resolution profile. Patented biomass conversion systems allow extended emergency operations with minimal environmental impact. Multilinear target processing provides simultaneous real-time threat analysis and legal review for autonomous domestic operations. Or control can be slaved to the swarm's neural network for weapons-free force application. Either way, when it's time to call out the big guns, it's time to call Kopesh.
The Deathbringer. So this was the heavy hitter. Main battle force indeed.
And if I'm remembering correctly, Kopesh is actually a type of sword that was used in ancient Egypt. So we've got scarabs and Kopesh. Two references to Egyptian culture. Go girl. There you go. Up, up, up.
Gonna be a long way up. Frozen metal most of the way. Not making this easy, Dr. Sobek.
Strider lens. Caxton, you bet.
If plants can find a way to hang on up here, guess I can too.
audio. Yay.
Crisis that began when they engaged in unauthorized offensive operations against robots and human personnel of the Hearts Timor Energy Combine. Now, I wish that I could relate that the crisis has been exaggerated, but it's not. The peacekeepers have not responded to stand-down codes, and by all signs, they appear to be replicating at a precipitous rate. Now, what I can promise, can absolutely assure you, is that I am already devoting every possible resource towards reaching a speedy conclusion to this issue. So when you hear the bad talk about us against this company in the days, maybe weeks to come, just bear in mind that we will get past this. That a day's coming when none of this will matter.
Peacekeepers. That's what they called their machines. They were built for war, not peace.
Come on, grab it. There you go. Yeah, and it's not terrifyingly high.
The snow's got a bite out here.
Okay, so bingo. I was like, I know I'm missing something here. Yep. Definitely getting high. Please be close. Yeah, there's the trees all the way down there. This one, if I remember right, this one's pretty good. Alright, so, here we go, another email. It says, another problem to add to our big steaming pile. Apparently a fisherman in the Banda Sea captured video of a Hearts Timor Horus unit refueling via biomatter conversion along the shoreline of Pulau Wetar on a pod of endangered dolphins, no less. Quite possibly the last of their kind. Not to get graphic, but it looks like what happens inside a blender, as if the robot was whipping up a big pink swirling milkshake of dolphin chum. Our suppression team has scrubbed it from 43 networks, but it's still propagating, so it's only a matter of time before it goes viral. A prepared statement feels grossly insufficient. Any suggestions? This one's a real stinker. So yeah, we have still not seen the Horus yet. So indeed it was. So
A way up. All it takes is a few good handholds. All right, made it. Wonder what we'll find.
Alright, so here we go.
All data has been erased from this device. Do you wish to deploy Alpha privileges to recover purged data?
Oh yes, I believe I do.
A file has been recovered.
Elizabeth, good to, it's been years.
Where's your legal team, Ted?
No need. I dropped all 18 lawsuits the moment you landed. I assume your data confirms this.
All right, this promises to be interesting.
Perhaps we could have lunch brought in. You know, get reacquainted.
I know you, Ted. You screwed something up, something big, or you wouldn't have eaten the crow necessary to get me here. So spit it out.
There's a glitch in the chariot line.
Your killer robots?
Peacekeepers, yes, those.
So shut them down.
Obviously, Liz, we would, if we could. They're not responding.
Are you telling me a swarm has gone rogue, Ted?
It's worse than that.
Show me the data then. And I'll take that lunch. Alone.
Ted Faro brought Elizabeth Sobek here, but they hated each other.
Another file has been recovered.
This isn't a glitch. It's a catastrophe.
Fully aware. It's bad.
Bad?
Jesus, Liz.
It's not bad, Ted. It's apocalyptic. You built a line of killer robots.
Peacekeepers.
That consume biomass as fuel.
In emergencies.
And you made them capable of self-replication.
Limited, self-manufacture, controlled.
Not anymore. The glitch severed chain of command. The only nation this swarm answers to now is itself.
You think I did?
Everything else is just food. And at the rate it's replicating, Ted, it will strip the Earth bare in 15 months. We're not talking fall of civilization. We're talking extinction.
I get it, Liz. So how do I stop it while it's contained?
It's not contained. It can't be.
You know what I mean?
Right. Before the truth gets out, you mean?
Liz, I will do anything you say. Keep working it, and whatever you recommend, I'll do.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Ted.
The Faro robots threatened all life on Earth, but somehow she defeated them. The world of the old ones fell, but life went on, or we wouldn't be here.
A final file has been recovered.
Project Zero Dawn. Jesus, Liz. There has to be another way.
If there were a nicer way to fix your mess, I would have proposed it.
But this? This? When I asked you to find a cure, I didn't expect it to be worse than the disease.
It's not, Ted. It may be grim, but it's our only chance. Now sign the proposal.
Sign it? I can't sign that.
Yes, you can.
That? Liz, I cannot in good conscience sign that.
You've got a choice, Ted.
I know.
I'm speaking to you from a VTOL en route to U.S. Robot Command. In 15 minutes, I meet with General Harris and the rest of the Joint Chiefs.
What? Are you crazy?
Now your choice is what I tell them. Sign, and I'll tell them the wealthiest corporation on Earth has guaranteed the funds necessary to build Zero Dawn. Exactly as I've designed it. Or don't sign, and I will make sure they and everyone else on this planet knows the real cause of the glitch.
Jesus, Liz.
You don't have to threaten me. I'll sign.
Look on the bright side, Ted. From here on out, you get to do what you've always been good at. Footing the bill while others get their hands dirty.
God forgive me.
What made her solution so terrible? What did she do to stop the robots?
Executive access detected. Express lift opened.
This doesn't add up. Sobek couldn't have been my mother. She lived ages ago. All this searching, and I'm still no closer.
That's your reaction to everything you've just learned? To whine like a spoiled child?
You should really try talking that way to me face to face.
As you wish. Do you really have no idea how monumental are the discoveries you just made, Aloy? I expected more of you.
So, you have a face. Got a name to go with it?
Of all the questions you could ask right now, that's the one you choose. I've spent decades searching the ruins of the old ones, trying to solve the mystery of what happened to them. For years, I've suspected that Faro robots destroyed their civilization, but I could never confirm it. And in minutes, you uncover more ancient knowledge than I have in a lifetime, and what you want to know is my name. Silence. That's my name. Now, why don't you try asking another question? Something less trivial.
All right, Silence. You've made your point. I came to these ruins hoping to learn more about this Elizabeth Sobek. And I have, but I still don't understand my connection to her. Or why the Eclipse is trying to kill me. Or who Hades is. No answers, just one question after another.
Exactly. Which is why it's time to expand your frame of inquiry. Only then will you see just how big your problems really are.
What exactly are you talking about?
You've chased a personal riddle into a crowd of larger mysteries. The common thread is your connection to Elizabeth Sobek.
But what is that connection? She couldn't have been my mother if she lived centuries ago.
We don't know the connection yet. The only way to find out is to keep going, to keep making discoveries. Thanks to you, we've only just now learned that Faro robots once threatened to end life on Earth.
But it didn't happen. The Old One's civilization was destroyed, but life was saved.
Obviously. So, what did Elizabeth do? How did she stop the robots before all was lost?
What was Project Zero Dawn?
Exactly the question. Now, are you ready to go get the answer?
Of course I am.
Then why are you still standing here?
Not so fast, Silence. You've got some explaining to do.
I've told you quite enough. If you've still got questions, be quick about it and stop wasting my time.
So far as I can tell, the Eclipse are just following orders. It's Hades who wants me dead.
Yeah, I know.
Who is he?
I don't know. The Eclipse describe him as a buried shadow, some kind of devil.
That thing that spoke to me outside, that made that focus explode. That was Hades. It didn't seem like a person or a machine. More like a phantom. With a terrible voice.
All that's certain is that he wants you dead.
Because of my connection to Elizabeth. Has to be.
Hades is using the Eclipse to resurrect Faro robots.
But if Elizabeth found a way to stop them centuries ago, if she made special weapons, maybe Hades is worried I'll do the same thing.
In some of the ancient data I've recovered, there are hints of so-called super weapons being developed. Maybe to stop the robots, the civilization of the old ones had to destroy itself. Now if that's enough talking, be on your way.
Oh no. I'm just getting started. You've been getting a free ride on my focus, risking nothing while I risk everything. All I have to do is take this thing off my head, and you'll be blind, deaf, and dumb. So quit complaining and answer my questions.
Very well. Proceed.
Okay, well, I could probably keep rolling on this, or we could perhaps return at another time. It is getting kind of late. Same to you.